Hello everyone and welcome back, or for the first time, or what have you. Tonight we are playing for the Solo Champions League. Solo Champions League is a league I run that uses Marvel champions. You play it solo, and you rank yourself against other players based on how well you did, such as how much health you have at the end, how many turns it took you, how much threat is out on the various schemes. It's a lot of fun, check it out, but watch first maybe, or do it right now, I don't care, just play. Alright, so tonight we are using Hawkeye, and we're using Justice. Now, it's a very Justice light deck that I've built today. I've actually filled it with mostly basic cards. I wanted to see what would happen if I just had a deck full of cards that create energy. So I have a lot of energy per turn to basically buy all the cards in my hand. So we're going to see how that actually works. It may not. We're going to have 3 attempts at it, and we'll see. By the end of tonight, we'll probably know. And we're playing against Crossbones of the experimental weapons deck. There are no other modular sets involved, so the encounter deck is just the Crossbones cards plus the standard encounter cards. So that's a pretty small encounter deck. That's very small encounter deck. So that's going to be a bit challenging if we get down to it. So we're going to try and just push through Crossbones as fast as possible. I mean, he only has 2 levels, and they have 12 health and 14 health respectively. So I don't imagine it's going to be a big problem. But we will certainly find out, won't we? So I just realized I don't have his health counter out there, so let's make sure we get that. So he's at 12 health right now. There's that. All right. So now that's taken care of. Let's go ahead and take care of side 1A of the main scheme. Create an experimental weapons deck and set it to the side of the main scheme. I've already taken care of that. Flip on over. When revealed, reveal the top card of the experimental deck. Alright. Attached to the villain. Attached villain gains Retaliate 1. Spend an electric and a science resource to discard this card. Alright, so he has Retaliate 1. So every time I do damage to him, he's going to do damage to me. And we have Clint Barton. That's the alter ego side of Hawkeye. Weapon of choice, spend 1 resource of any type, search your deck and discard pile for Hawkeye's bow. We'll definitely be using that in our first turn. So we're going to start with our hand size of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's see what we got. That's a pretty good starting turn. Not too upset about this. Electric, exhaust Hawkeye's bow, stun an enemy, deal 3 damage to it, deal 5 damage. It was already stunned. Oh, we're definitely going to do that. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, and those are the 2 things I'm going to do. If that's the thing, I've already decided what my turn's going to be before even going, so we'll just stop looking at the cards there. We will not be doing any mulligans this turn. We are going to use Clint Barton's ability, though. Spend 1 resource of any type. Spend 1 resource of any type. Search your deck and discard pile for Hawkeye's bow. Okay, well, we have to spend a resource, so we will spend Jessica Jones here, I guess. Now we'll just spend the cape. Well, yeah, we'll spend Jessica Jones to search our deck. You know what? Before we go any further, I am gonna do a mulligan, and I'm gonna mulligan 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. I'm going to mulligan all 4 of these cards in the hopes of getting something that can feed multiple energies. 2, 3, 4. Alright. That didn't happen. That's okay. Okay. So we're going to spend downtime then to search our deck and discard pile for Hawkeye's bow and add it to our hand. Then we'll shuffle our deck here afterwards. Where are you? It was the very next card. I went through that whole deck looking for it. Okay. Shuffle that up. Alright, got our deck ready. Definitely gonna put Hawkeye's bow out. That's necessary. Okay, we're going to switch on over here to Hawkeye. We will spend counterintelligence and under surveillance to do Electric Arrow, exhaust Hawkeye's bow, stun an enemy, and deal 3 damage to it. So we're going to bring him down to 9 health, and we're going to stun him. Very well. And I can't afford to do one of these. I really wanted to. I wanted to do Electric Arrow twice if possible. That didn't happen this turn. We will just go ahead and do an attack of 2 more damage, bringing him down to 7 health on the very first turn. Not too shabby. Ready everything up. And we get the draw up to our hand size of 5. 3, 4, and 5. Alright, 1 threat's going to go on the main scheme. Crossbones goes to attack, but instead he's stunned, so that's taken care of. And then we have to do an encounter card before going on to turn 2. It is Crossbones Assault. When defeated, Crossbones activates against the player. Crossbones activates against the player who defeated this scheme. So I guess he's going to attack against me. Okay. So 2 threat goes on there, and that adds an acceleration icon, kind of speeding things up here. All right. We're going to spend this energy to use Sonic Arrow, exhaust Hawkeye's bow, confuse an enemy, and deal 3 damage to it. So we will confuse Crossbones, deal 3 damage to it, bring them down to 4. Then we will exhaust Hawkeye to ready Hawkeye's bow. We're going to spend these 2 to do Electric Arrow again. Exhaust Hawkeye's bow, stun an enemy, and deal 3 damage to it. So he's stunned and confused, and he's down to 1 health. And we are going to switch on over to Clint Barton's side, drawing 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, it's a pretty good selection here. 1 threat goes on the main scheme. Oh, it's 2 threat because we have that acceleration icon. Oh no, we just busted that. Okay. We are going to move on to the next scheme then, and that is the Infinity Stone. When revealed, reveal the top card of the experimental deck. Here it is. It is attached to the villain. Oh, I have to take that. I attacked him earlier. I should have taken 1 damage for that. That's right. Spend Punch, Science, and Electric Resource. Discard this card. I don't. Oh, he gives him +1 scheme and +1 attack. I see. I see. All right, so he goes to scheme though, but he's confused, so he's not going to scheme very much. That's for sure. Okay. Then before turn 3, we have an event card, and that event card is Shadows of the Past. Really? Right away? Shadows of the Past? Okay. So, got Crossfire out here. He gets Quick Strike. Get this out of here for some room. And then we got Marked for Death. And we'll deal with the one revealed in a second. We'll shuffle these 3 in here. So, Crossfire has Quick Strike. So it means he's going to attack right away. But since I am in Alter Ego mode, there is no attack. So that's fine. Then we have Marked for Death. When revealed, the Clint Barton player searches their hand, deck, discard pile, and play area for Mockingbird and places her face up beneath this card. Don't think I have seen her yet. Nope, she must be in my deck. Where's Mockingbird? She's in here somewhere. There she is. When the stage is defeated, return Mockingbird to her owner's hand. Okay. It has to have 5 threat on it. Oh, and that's another acceleration token also. Gonna have to find something to get rid of that. Okay. Let's see how we can do this. Well, we should ready up because it's our turn. Alright, we're going to spend our genius here to get tenacity out. We're going to spend... You know, maybe we're not. Go back. Bring that back. Bring it back. We're just going to switch over to Clint Barton. We're going to spend Earth's Mightiest Heroes to use Explosive Arrow. Exhaust Hawkeye's bow and choose a player. Deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engage with that player. So 3 damage to a Crossfire here is wonderful. And then the hero also, the villain also, brings him down 1. You know what? No. Go back. Go back. Sorry. Is there any other way I can do that? I guess not. I guess that's the only way. Okay, yep, that's the way we're going to do it. So that's 3 damage there. And that brings down Crossbones to stage 2 already. That stage 2 is when Crossbones has a weapon, blah, blah, blah. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Crossbones machine gun and attach the Crossbones. Shuffle the encounter deck. Crossbones machine gun. Where is it? It's in here, so there it is. Attach the Crossbones, uses 2 per player ammo, so that's going to be these. Crossbones is really filling up on weapons. When Crossbones attacks you, remove 1 ammo counter from this card and discard the top card of the encounter deck. Take indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons on the discarded card. Okay. So we did what we had to do there. We used Explosive Arrow correctly. We're going to spend Genius to do Haymaker against Crossbones, dealing 3 more damage to him. So he starts at, what's that, 14? We're going to bring him right down to 12 already. And then I have these guys. What do I have? I have an Electric and a Science. Can that get rid of anything? Yes, it could get rid of this one. We are going to discard these to get rid of this upgrade. That's gone. Okay, and then we can draw... Oh, wait, no, we can still use Hawkeye to attack or thwart. We're going to attack Crossfire, getting rid of him entirely. He's defeated. Okay. Yes, that's what we wanted to do. Sure. Go ahead and deal ourselves 5 cards for our new hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hoping to see some of those, what's the word I'm looking for? More trick arrows, I guess, for Hawkeye. They're very helpful. So, remove 2 threat from a scheme. That's helpful. Concussive blow, even better. Explosive arrow. Okay. So, we have to add 1, 2, 3 threat to the main scheme. Then Crossbones goes to attack, but he's stunned, so nothing really happens there. And before turn 4, we've got to do an encounter card. Sniper Shot. When revealed, deal 3 damage to your hero. So he's now down to 5 health. Very tempted for a few things here. Yeah, okay, we're gonna spend 1, 2, 3 to do Concussive Blow, confuse an enemy. If you pay for this card, using a punch resource, deal 3 damage to that enemy. Bringing him down to 9 health. So there's Concussive Blow. That's helpful. I got 1 card in my hand. I'm not going to be able to use it this turn. So what we're going to do instead, do I want to attack him or thwart? Let's go ahead. let's go ahead. We're going to thwart the main scheme here. And then we're going to switch over to Clint Barton. And we are going to draw up to 6 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's a lot of energy this turn, unfortunately. Alright, so when the villain schemes, reduce the amount threat by 1. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3 going on the main scheme. And okay. He goes to scheme, but he's confused, so he loses that. And then before turn 5, we have another event card, and it is full auto. It's got Surge since I'm an alter ego. Caught off guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains Surge. Alright, we'll discard Hawkeye's bow, unfortunately. But we'll see what we can do about that. Okay, so spend 1 resource of any type, search your deck, or discard power for Hawkeye's bow. So we'll spend this emergency to get Hawkeye's bow back into our hand, and we'll send it back down here. Oh, he gets +1 attack. That would have helped earlier. That would have saved me quite a bit. Alright, we switch over to Hawkeye. And let's go ahead and use... We're going to spend this Power of Justice to use Explosive Bow, exhaust Hawkeye's bow, and choose a player. Deal 3 damage to the villain, each minion engage with him. So we're going to do 3 damage to Crossbones, bringing him down to 6 health. Alright. There's no other minions involved there, so that's all that's going to happen there at that card. Let's see, we've got Expert Marksman at least, so we'll spend, again, the Power of Justice to get Expert Marksmans out here. I should have done it in the other order and saved myself the thing. That's okay. We are going to... How can we do this? We have Hawkeye's attack, and it's +1 with the bow, so... Yeah, we'll just do that. We're just going to do an attack of 3. Bring him down to 3 health. So hopefully, this next turn we finish him off. Because we can get him just our regular attack. So that should do it. We're going to have to defend against this probably, though. We'll see what we draw. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, just need to survive this. So that's going to bust. That's a whole thing right there. So that's enough. Alright, and then we have this reveal and this reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. There it is. Attached to the villain. When villain attacks, this attack gains ranged. Okay. So he has an attack of 2, 3, 4. I mean, we're going to defend. I should have switched over. Oh well, I might die right now. We might not make it this time. So he's going to do an attack of 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to 1 ammo counter. Okay, so first he does an attack, which we will defend against. So 4 plus 0, so that's 3 damage, bringing me down to 2. Okay, I can live with that. Then we have to spend this, and indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons. That's 2 damage. Oh, is that really going to do it? Oh, no. Ugh, we were going to beat him this next turn. I have a Haymaker right here. That's all I needed to beat Crossbones this turn. Okay, Hawkeye's defeated. This time. I'm going to clean up, shuffle up, and we will be back for another attempt, because we're doing 3 tonight. Be right back. Alright, we are back and we're gonna give this an attempt number 2. Before we get started though, I just want to take just a minute to talk about the Solo Champions League. I talked a little bit about earlier, I'll just say a little bit more again in case you just joined us. It just takes the win-lose condition of a normal solo Marvel Champions game and says how well did you win or how badly did you lose by ranking you against other players using the same setup. You get 3 attempts each round, there's 5 rounds in a season, and each season we have a leaderboard for the season, an overall leaderboard, and an individual leaderboard for each round. So come and go as you please, it's a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with Clint Barton, which gets us 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. There we go. I'm looking at the options here and I'm loving the options, but just trying to figure out what the best one to do is. We will discard enhanced awareness to get, you know what, maybe we won't. No, we have to. Yeah, enhanced awareness to get Hawkeye's bow out here. It's here somewhere. There it is. All right, shuffle that all back in. All right, definitely need to get Hawkeye's bow down. No way really around that. And we're gonna switch over to Clint Barton, or to Hawkeye, and we're gonna spend 1, 2, 3 on concussive blow, which confuses the enemy. And then, since we used a punch icon on it, we also get to deal 3 damage, bringing him down to 9 health. Okay, so there's that. Then we're going to use Hawkeye to attack him, which is 1, 2, plus the 1 damage from Hawkeye's bow, bringing him down to 6 health on the first turn, which is how it should have went last time. I did forget to give him this. Crossbones machine gun should not be in there. That's my bad. That should be shuffled up. That was a mistake. That means I'm missing one. Hold on. That shouldn't be in here either. Oh man, I messed up when I was setting up. Hold on a second. I gotta take out the Arch Nemesis cards. And there's the other experimental weapon that should be in here. I'm gonna shuffle this up. I'll shuffle the experimental weapon deck and then give him an experimental weapon. My fault. There's that. And then we'll get him an experimental weapon. Blah, blah, blah. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. One, blah, 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 blah. That one. And it's going to be +1 attack, +1 scheme. Spend a science, a electric, and a tough, a punch resource. Discard this card. So you get +1 punch and +1 attack and +1 scheme, basically. All right, we can ready everyone up. Drop the 5 cards. Perfect. Okay. And we're gonna have 1 threat go on the main scheme right away. Then he's going to attack. He has an attack of 1, 2, plus the boost icon. Do I want to defend? We will not defend. We'll just take it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Bring me down to 5 health. That's tough. That's tough. All right. Before turn 2, we've got to do an event card, and that event card is Criminal Past. You may flip to alter ego form. Choose exhaust Clint Barton. Remove this card from the game. Discard Hawkeye's bow from play. Discard this obligation. We will switch to Clint Barton. Exhaust him. Get rid of Criminal Past. Okay. This turn, we're going to spend 2 strength, and 2 energy to get Daredevil out here. And then I don't think I'm going to use him this turn. I'm going to save him for next turn. I think I'm going to discard Beat Cop. Or you know what? Maybe I will keep Beat Cop out here because that might be helpful. We can draw up to 6 cards. 4, 5, and 6. Ready him up. 1 threat's going to go on the main scheme. Then he goes to scheme, but he's confused. That does not happen. And then before turn 3, we've got another event card. It is Cornered Staff. Discard 1 per player cards from the top of the encounter deck. Place 1 additional threat here for each boost icon. Discarded this way. So that's 3 threat on that scheme. 1, 2, 3, and then whatever this boost icon is, 1 more. Okay. We can deal with that. Hope we can deal with that. Let's see. We'll start with Daredevil. He's going to do 2 thwart, and he's going to do it with the Cornered Staff. He's got to take a damage in the process, but when he does 1 damage to Crossbones also, bringing him down to 5. We are going to switch over, or do we want to heal? 3 damage. How much health does he have? 6. Okay, we're not going to heal this turn. We're going to take a bit of a chance. We're going to switch over to Hawkeye. He is going to do what? We're going to spend these 2 to do Vibranium Bow. Exhaust Hawkeye's bow, deal 6 damage to the enemy. He has 5 health, so that's going to defeat stage 1 of Crossbones. And now he has 14 health. And I believe we have to take a new scheme out here. What is it? The new scheme is... Oh, Crossbones Machine Gun. That's what we have to take out. And that gets 2 icons, I think. Shuffle that encounter deck. Then we're going to exhaust Hawkeye to ready Hawkeye's bow, spending these 2 to do electric armor. Exhaust Hawkeye's bow, stun an enemy, and deal 3 damage to it. So stun Crossbones and bring that 14 down to 11. That's what I wanted to do this turn, for sure. Yes, yes, yes. Ready everything up and draw our 5 cards for our next turn here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be a fun turn. Okay. So, it is the villain's turn. 1 threat, right? Yes, it is. 1 threat goes on the main scheme. That's going to bust that, unfortunately. That's that. This is gone. We go over to this side here, which means he gets a new experimental weapon. Villain gets Retaliate 1. Okay. And then, before going on to turn 4, we have an event card. And that event card is Hydra Bomber. Choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. We're going to place 1 threat on the main scheme. Okay. We will... I'm going to spend Agent Coulson here to put Followed on Cornered Staff. Then we're going to use Daredevil to thwart Cornered Staff, dealing 1 damage to Daredevil. And he gets to do 1 damage to an enemy. We'll deal that 1 damage to... yeah, Crossbones. Bring him down to 10. Then, since we beat Cornered Staff, that triggers Followed. When attached scheme is defeated, deal 4 damage to an enemy. Alright, that's bringing him down to 6 health. Bringing him down... Yes, down to 6, sorry. Did I do the stun thing? What was the event card we had? I'm so confused. Oh, it was Hydra Bomber, so we must have done the stun thing, yeah. Okay. Then... Okay, we're going to spend Cable Arrow and Haymaker to use Haymaker, dealing 3 damage to Crossbones, bringing him down to 3 health, and then he has Retaliate 1, so that's going to take us down 1. And then Hawkeye is going to do an attack of 2, plus his bonus 1 of 3, defeating Crossbones in only 4 turns. Alright, that was much better. That is a lot more like what I was expecting from a quick Hawkeye game. So, that's our second attempt down. Again, I'm going to clean up, shuffle up, and we'll be back for our third attempt. Be right back. Alright, we are back, and we're going to finish off our third and final attempt at Season 3, Round 2 of the Solo Champions League real quick. But first I want to talk about a few things that you can do to support this. Support the videos, support the league, support lots of different things. So, one of the ways is by watching. Thanks for watching. Another thing you can do is join the league, play in the league. Even more fun. Third thing you can do is check out the Patreon. The Patreon allows you to contribute enough it unlocks rewards for you, like mid-round results, unlocks a backers only round between seasons. It unlocks discounts at my store. Speaking of the store, you can go use that discount to get this Gwent themed mat. It's a bestseller on Etsy, I guess. That's what they tell me, at least. It does okay, I think. All right, so that's that. So if you're interested, you should check out that info. There's links below about joining the league. The Discord's in there. There's links below about the Etsy store, including this mat, and there's links below about the Patreon itself. You can check out the rewards, see if there's something there for you. As a thank you to my patrons, tonight we were thanking 60 Does Stuff. I've known 60 for more than half of my life. They are a great friend of mine, my best friend, and I really thank them for their support. All right, so where are we? We are going to start our turn with Clint Barton. Before that, we do have to put a experimental weapon out for Crossbones, so we'll shuffle this up and let's see what the top one is. The top one is Power Gauntlets. I don't think we've seen that one yet today. After the attached villain attacks and damages you, discard one card from your hand. Yikes, that's a bad one. Okay, so we do start with 6 cards. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Haymaker, Mockingbird, Nick Fury. Ooh, Under Surveillance I really like. These are a lot of really good cards. I'm excited. Okay. We're gonna spend Counterintelligence and Avengers Tower to put Under Surveillance on attack on Mount Athena. That's going to increase its threshold to 7. So it normally breaks at 3, which usually happens in the first 2 or 3 turns. But with Under Surveillance, it doesn't happen till it reaches 7. That's very nice. Oh, we didn't use this yet, so we could do that. So we'll use Clint Barton. Yeah, we'll do that. You know, maybe we won't. We don't have to. We could just kind of waste a turn, really. What do we think? Maybe we will. Yeah, let's waste a turn. We'll do that. Okay. It's just to see what happens. It's not usually something I would normally do. We're going to take the chance today just to see what happens. 1 threat goes on the main scheme. Then Crossbone goes to scheme, so his scheme is 1 plus this boost card. That's 3 threat going on the main scheme. I already regret my decision. That's a lot of threat to have out there this early. Alright, and then we have to do a boost card, an encounter card before going on to turn 2. Oh, I have to draw out my cards. 4, 5, and 6. It is Treachery. Give the villain a tough status card. If you cannot, heal 3 damage from it instead. Alright, gets tough status card on Crossbones. Alright, so we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, and 4 to get Nick Fury out here, and we'll use Nick Fury to draw 3 cards. I'm going to discard Followed and use Weapon of Choice here to get Hawkeye's bow out into my hand. Where are you, Hawkeye's bow? I need you. I need you. That's this quiver. There's the bow. Okay. We will go ahead and put that out there. All right, we're going to switch over to Hawkeye, and we're going to let Nick Fury do an attack against Crossbones, getting rid of his tough status card and taking some damage in the process. Then we're going to do 1, 2, 3 to confuse an enemy. If I pay, or do I really? I'm really tempted. I'm really tempted to not do that and instead use Explosive Arrow and maybe do Concussive Blow next turn. We're going to do that. We're going to spend Avengers Mansion to do... No, we're not. You know what? I'm going to stick to my original plan. They're both 3 damage, honestly, so That's the better way. It's better to have confuse him at the same time. So we're going to confuse him, and since we paid of the right resource, we can bring him down to 9 health. Then we have Hawkeye here, and we're going to let him thwart, just to take this down 1. Not a big thwarter, the Hawkeye. More of an attacker. Bring everyone back up. We're going to have Nick Fury defend us, whatever happens this turn. We're going to drop to our 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 threat's going on the main scheme. Then he goes to attack. Nick Fury's going to defend for us. His attack is 1, 2. Goodbye to Nick Fury. And then before turn 3, we've got an event card which reads Crossbones Assault. Crossbones activates against the player who defeated this scheme. So that's 2 threat on it. And that adds an acceleration icon. Man, they're really putting my under surveillance van to the test. Man, I'm looking at my hand here, and there's not much I can do, honestly. Oh, wait, no, that's actually very good. Hold on. Now that I'm reading it. Okay. We are going to spend Heimdall and Concussive Blow to use Sonic Arrow. Exhaust Hawkeye's bow, confuse an enemy, and deal 3 damage to it. 5 damage if it's already confused. So that if he's already confused, that brings him down to 4 health. Thank you, Sonic Arrow. Then we are going to thwart with Hawkeye, bringing Crossbones down to 1. And we're going to switch on over to the Clint Barton side. Ready everyone up and drop to our 6 cards. Okay. 2 threats going to go in the main scheme. That's 6 out of the, what can it take, 7? Okay. He goes to scheme, but he's confused, so that doesn't happen. And then before turn 4, we have an event card. It is Hydra Bomber. Choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat in the main scheme. 1 threat in the main scheme would bust it, so we're going to take the 2 damage. Going down to 7 health. Alright. We will do 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, sorry. Just thinking. 3 to get Beat Cop out here. Beat Cop, exhaust Beat Cop, move 1 threat from a scheme here. Or we'll put this one down. We're going to spend Expert Marksman to get another Expert Marksman out here. We're going to switch on over to Hawkeye. We will thwart with Hawkeye to defeat Crossbones Assault. And then that says Crossbones activates against the player who defeated this scheme. So his activation is going to be an attack of 1 plus the boost card. So 1, boost card is 2, but we will spend foiled. Oh, that's scheme activation. Never mind. Sorry. Not going to work. 1, 2, 3. 3 damage, so bring me down to 4 health. And we have to discard a card afterwards per Power Gauntlet. Yikes. We might not be making it much longer. This might be just about the end of my run here. Okay. We can do this. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Alright, let's draw our 6 cards, or 5 cards. Anything I can use to defend myself with? Certainly not. Okay. Okay. So, beginning of the villain's phase, we're going to add 1 threat to the main scheme. Then the villain's going to attack. And that's going to be 1 plus Hawkeye here. So 1 and 4. So that's 4 damage minus my 1 defense is 3, bringing me down to 1 health. Then Hydra Bomber's going to attack, and I think that's going to finish me. Yep, there's nothing I can do about that. Hydra Bomber got me. Hydra Bomber definitely got me. That was tough. I need to slim my deck down. There's a lot of cards in there I thought I'd use, and I ended up not using them at all, or using them just as fuel for other things. So I have like a 47 card deck right now. I need to bring it down to the minimum of 40 cards. That's definitely the first change I'd make. Secondly, I'd probably put a few more Justice cards in there. Like I said, I went with a lot of basic cards in order to increase the amount of power I generate by having cards that generate power just by exhausting them. I put almost none of those out, and I ended up using very few of them. So that's the change I would make. I'd just get away with those, rid of 7 cards off the bat. They'd be those cards to get rid of. And then if I could get rid of any more, I'd throw in a few more Justice cards to, you know, get rid of some of that threat out there. All right. I had a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you're considering joining the Solo Champions League. You can do it through Tabletop Simulator. You can do it if you own the game. You can do whatever you want. It's a lot of fun. Thank you for watching. Consider the Patreon. Consider checking out the Etsy store. And maybe watch again sometime. Thanks again. And have a good night.